Have you ever wondered how a man who spent 27 years in prison became the first black president of South Africa? Even more amazingly, instead of choosing revenge, he chose forgiveness and peace. Hello, everyone! Welcome to today's lesson on Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. In this video, we'll understand the chapter in a simple and interesting way. Let's begin this inspiring journey together. Imagine spending 27 years in prison. And instead of seeking revenge, you choose forgiveness. This is the incredible story of Nelson Mandela, a man who changed history. Today, let's understand this inspiring lesson, Long Walk to Freedom. Today we shall learn about Nelson Mandela, South Africa's struggle, apartheid, freedom, equality, human courage. About the author. Nelson Mandela was born in 1918. He became a lawyer and fought against racial discrimination. For opposing apartheid, he was imprisoned for 27 years. After his release, he became South Africa's first black president in 1994. He also received the Nobel Peace Prize. For many years, South Africa followed a cruel system called apartheid. Black people were denied equal education, voting rights, freedom, jobs, equal treatment. Millions suffered. Nelson Mandela fought peacefully for justice. 10 May 1994. He became the first black president of democratic South Africa. People from all over the world attended the ceremony. This marked the end of apartheid. The military saluted the new government. This showed their loyalty to democracy instead of apartheid. Mandela felt proud and emotional. Mandela remembered the sacrifices of thousands of brave men and women. Many had lost their lives, been imprisoned, been tortured, lost their families. Their sacrifices made freedom possible. Mandela explains that freedom is not merely the absence of chains. True freedom means dignity, equality, respect, opportunity. Everyone deserves these rights. South Africa is blessed with rich minerals and precious gems hidden beneath its soil. But Nelson Mandela believed that the country's greatest treasure was not its diamonds or gold, it was its people. Their courage, kindness, resilience, and hope were far more valuable than any precious stone. To Mandela, the true wealth of a nation lies in the strength and character of its citizens. Nelson Mandela believed that every person has two important responsibilities. The first is to care for their family, their parents, spouse, and children. The second is to serve their community and their country. In a free and fair society, people can balance both duties. But under apartheid in South Africa, this was nearly impossible for black citizens. Those who stood up for justice were punished, separated from their families, and forced to live in secrecy. Mandela sacrificed his personal life because he believed that freedom for his people was a responsibility greater than his own comfort. Nelson Mandela explains that he was not born longing for freedom because, as a child, he already felt free. He enjoyed running through the fields, swimming in clear streams, roasting mealies under the stars, and riding slow-moving bulls. His life was peaceful as long as he respected his family and followed the traditions of his tribe. At that stage, he was unaware of the unjust laws that would later take away his freedom. This shows that the desire for freedom grew only after he experienced discrimination and oppression. As Mandela grew into a young man, he realized that the freedom he had enjoyed as a child was only an illusion. At first, he desired personal freedoms to study, read what he liked, and go where he wished. But living in Johannesburg made him understand the deeper meaning of freedom. He longed for the basic rights to work, support his family, achieve his dreams, and live a lawful life with dignity. This realization inspired him to fight not only for his own freedom, but for the freedom of all South Africans. Mandela says he wasn't born with courage. He learned courage by overcoming fear. A brave person is not someone who never feels afraid. A brave person conquers fear. This lesson highlights timeless values that inspire us all. It teaches us the importance of freedom, equality, and justice. It celebrates courage in the face of hardship, forgiveness instead of revenge, and the power of democracy. Above all, it reminds us to respect the dignity of every human being. These values make Nelson Mandela's journey an inspiration for the entire world. Nelson Mandela was a truly remarkable leader. He was courageous and determined, never giving up in the fight for justice. Despite years of imprisonment, he remained forgiving and humble. His vision, selflessness, and inspiring leadership united a nation and made him a symbol of peace and hope across the world. Nelson Mandela teaches us that hatred can divide people, but forgiveness can unite nations. His journey reminds us that freedom is meaningful only when everyone enjoys equal rights, dignity, and opportunities. Thank you for watching. If this lesson helped you, comment, subscribe,